Hello everyone, this is Greyshot117 bringing you another CUH2 replay. This one is a 4v4 on hill, was it 300, 400, something around there. It's a couple hundred, hills in Russia, and we're just fighting in one of them. So this is number 400 that we're fighting in. Probably the 400th time I've played this map as well. I'm kidding. But actually I've done at least 700 replays, I want to say. Because I think at this point I'm close to 3 on here. And then I've done an entire series like up to 150. It's 450. And I did a series before that's 5. And then there's been a couple I removed or on different types and shows. And then you have the stream parts, which I'm up on there, and a few other. Like, I've done a lot of games. But in any case, let's see how this game stacks up with the rest. We have Fresh Meat, we have Player, we have Dr. Watson and Black Star for 3 OKW and 1 Vermach versus 2 Soviet, an American and British, named Barat Fuhrer. Aren't you supposed to be on the Axis side? Alright, so I'll just call you Furs. How about that? I'll just call you Furs. Oh, we have a person here. I cannot pronounce the name, so let's look up. What the heck is the... Okay. So, just because I saw a review for this movie, and then we have Lapisov Lazulji. I know you... Lapis. How about this? Lapis. That's what I'll say. I always forget to say your name correctly, so I'm just going to butcher it just by saying Lapis. How about that? Kubel desperately trying to hold mid. Can it beat the conscripts? Sure. Can it beat the American infantry? No. Probably not. Probably be amazing is if the Kubel would have killed that unit. That would have been incredible. You're going to want to play defensive here. But in any case, yeah, so thank you for submitting that, Lapis. And if you want to submit your own replay, do so via my Gmail. Once again, thank you to everyone who submits replays. Thank you everyone who watches and likes and subscribes. It seriously helps me out. And yeah, it just helps the channel grow quite a bit. But in any case, Kubel desperately trying to hold it, but the riflemen are just giving too much. They are also in really good cover, which the Kubel just can't do enough damage for. Oh my god, it looks like you almost got stuck there. Whew. In any case, we're going to call this guy Life Force because I literally just saw a review of that 1985 film. And if you want like really, really, really weird sci-fi slash... It's a science fiction, vampire, post-apocalyptic zombie, horror, I get also... I'm trying to think of like other words to say it. But just to round it up, it has Patrick Stewart's first kiss he ever did in a film. And that I will leave you with you going to go look at that film and look up a YouTube video of him giving a kiss in that film. Because it is by far goddamn hilarious. And then you'll probably be like, what the heck? What's the context behind this? But yep, that was his first kiss. Award-winning actor, Patrick Stewart. In any case, let's get to this, shall we? Also, from that, he hasn't aged in 30 years, which is astounding. In any case, looks like you're trying to hold back the enemy, which is amazing. Fortunately, the British are like, okay, cool, we'll just move the MG around with the Universal Carrier and suppress all your troops. Players like, I'm going to retreat, but having a little bit of a rough time. For Kedmurfer, though, moving up, should take out that unit. And the Volk squad's moving in for a nice flank, so very good job, Fresh Meat. Pushing back the enemy and allowing you guys to hold on to this point. MG, though, is... well, firing on a different angle, suppressing the Volk squads. They're trying to get behind here to suppress. Kubel is also most likely going to try to get around and try to knock out that unit. We have, let's see, we have Furs coming over here. And, oh, wow, okay, so we already have Doctrine. Soviet industry, so a lot of armor and a lot of great bonuses to armor, such as healing, both individual vehicles and through repair factories. Nice mine placement, by the way, at least allow the engineers to gain a little bit of an edge. And they might be, yeah, they probably will be able to hold back against the Volk squad. It's going to be close, but I think the engineers can do it. See, guys, it only takes a mine for an engineer squad to gain the upper hand against frontline infantry. Only a mine. Any case, Volk squad's moving on in, trying to take this point as well. But again, Life Force is doing a decent job at holding this area. So, well, he's trying anyway. Unfortunately, we have Dr. Watson moving in with a lot of Volk squads and a Stern Pioneer squad on backup, which is a little bit weird. Maybe you want to kind of use this unit. I would place mines like in their vicinity and territory, so that way if they charge armor at you, they stop, or maybe barbed wire some of their key positions, like prevent them from getting in the trench. Something, but instead of just keeping it back there, not moving. Also, you know there's heavy cover right here, right? Oh, no, you threw the fire grenade. Okay, that's why. So let's see over here. We have an MG opening fire. Looks like suppressing them, but I love this. They're like, get in the scout car. We'll just get around the MG. We'll be fine. So scout car just gets right next to that MG to burn it. Black Star. Wait a second. Wait a second. Why do I know that name? Why does Starfire come to mind? No, it's Blackfire. That's it. I think that's her name. Yes, I want to say that's her name. That's Starfire's sister. So anyway, Black Star is trying to push up and trying to overwhelm the enemy. Okay. We also have a sniper being deployed by, wow, okay. Lapis, I'm assuming he's trying to pick off some units. And again, good, nice job with Lapis being like, okay, I can't push up with my normal infantry. Let me grab in the scout car, try to go around. The sniper going to try to pick off some infantry. Maybe he can, with the sniper, pick off that grand... Okay, yep, he did exactly that. He stopped the Grenadier squad from taking that point. The problem right now, though, is, how do I put this in the nicest way possible? He still really needs to capture that point to get fuel, because, don't be wrong, thank God that Furs is like, yeah, I'm just going to use all my resources to just put down all these caches, so that way, even though we don't have the fuel, we can make up through it. Because right now, they're making as much as the Axis are making, and they have the fuel. So even though the Allies and Axis are battling on the left-hand side for control of the fuel point, and the Allies don't have the fuel, the Axis are still only making... Oh my god, no. Now the Allies are making more fuel, and they don't even have the point. Oh boy, that's impressive. That's very impressive. So good job. Oh, yeah, because we have another cache back here that was made that kind of helped turn the tide. So very good job on that. And now with this fuel cache being removed from German hands, the Allies now have a huge advantage. Once again, showing that sometimes your base points are more important than your than the main like fuel or munition points on the map. NG suppressing the Volk squad from behind, but may have to worry about a few Volk squads coming from the ridge. Oh boy, or I guess from the valley, down there, from down the hill. A case, we have a demo charge, which I like the placement of. Again, it's somewhere that you wouldn't necessarily see it, and most likely the Germans will place stuff there, so I could see that coming coming into importance in the future. We have Marriott going mobile assault regiment as well, so a lot of infantry / anti-infantry tactics. Specifically, I love the mattress. Again, very good for just destroying the enemy infantry. Let's see, what else do we have? And fresh meat, I saw this early, I didn't really show it. If you're wondering why these Sturm Pioneers have flamethrowers, that's from this doctrine. A lot of fire, whether through support guns, Sturm Pioneers, or the Hetzer. Also has a rocket barrage, which is great for direct strikes. Actually, it's enough to where it can actually take out some infantry as well. Not infantry, sorry, armor. So if you have, let's say, Panzer IV that's being healed, you call that up, or that the enemy stole. I mean, it is an Axis ability. Why would I say Panzer IV? A T-34 that's being healed or something, you can call that in. It'll do a lot of damage. Looks like the Allies, though, are regrouped, and with, you know, all the caches down, Furs is now like, okay, now let's deploy some, you know, more units for himself instead of, you know, for others. Also, nice job with the repair station. So, good job with that. But, any case, we have the T-70 moving on in and attacking the Volk squads. And Volk squads can Panzerfaust, but if the T-70 is, well, yeah, he's doing the right thing. He's just kind of like moving himself in, so the unit's having a harder time locking that thing down to knock it out. Good kill against the Sturm Pioneer squad and the T-70, along with all the British infantry, now equipped with Brens respectively for extra anti-infantry power, and an MG just firing down range, which, by the way, this MG is Vet 1, so it goes even farther. Looks like the Germans are going to have a rough time holding this sector. They are putting a medical down, which is a very weird place. The only reason I say that, it's very close to the enemy lines, and you're next to a Soviet, which has a lot of, well, it definitely has a Katyusha that he can deploy if he finds that. So you could run the risk of having the Soviet artillery causing a lot of issues. We'll see if that pops up in the near future. Right now, the Germans are barely holding. We have an AT gun, though, and British infantry just still there, kind of chilling, but they do need to pull back to heal. In mid, we have Sturm Pioneers, Dr. Watson fighting against Life Force. Life Force doing a decent job, and again, as the American, looks like he went both lieutenant and captain. So we shouldn't expect Shermans anytime soon, unless he, you know, starts getting a major right now, which he can. thanks to the large amount of fuel that the allies are still getting, even though they don't have the fuel on the far left. But yeah, so anyway, any case, he will have access to, of course, a lot of AT abilities, howitzers, plus the machine gun and half-track. So he has a wide range of weapons except for the more medium armor that you can see from getting the major. You have a T-70 trying to escape, but Panzerfaust knocks it out. We have an MG. Wow, Vickers? Is that Vickers? Yeah, you stole Vickers. Good job, Vermach. And who have a ton of AT, plus 1 support gun. So it looks like player is at least prepared for the allied armor charge. Like, he has an idea, like, I think we fucked up, and I think we're going to be seeing a lot. AT gun just, which, by the way, I love, by the way, how this AT gun, which technically shouldn't really be able to fire at it because you can hit the hill, is firing a shot that goes over the ridge and down, which is great. Because figuring an AT gun from that distance would just go flying toward it. In any case, nice shot, though. Should be able to knock out the medical. The problem, though, is the medical building is not that expensive. It will be a detriment to the Germans for losing it, and really stupid on the Germans for actually putting it there. But it's not a total loss for them. Now, they are going to try to recapture this point, so good luck for the Germans on that regard. It's been a while since we've double-checked Lapis, and his sniper is still doing a lot, killing quite a few Germans in the meantime, 9 respectively, up to Vet 1. Penal troops moving on in. Looks like they're recapturing this point. Lapis, you have a lot of munitions. Maybe some mines might be... Oh, I see some mines. But, and yeah, it's the Soviet variety, which is very, very good to see. But in any case, we have the Germans not giving up. They still have a small contingency force, maybe to poke and prod, but I don't think they're really going to gain ground. Meanwhile, Dr. Watson's really focusing in mid, and it looks like he's doing a decent job. He actually has some really high vetted forces, and now getting a Luke's. Yes. The problem is the enemy has a T-34 that's moving up, and for those who don't know, the T-34 beats Luke's. It seriously does. Also, I like these repair stations being built over here, so that way, if there's a necessity for armor to be healed, they're like, hey, just send the armor back here, and literally our 4 repair stations will get your armor healed in 60 seconds or less. We promise. If not, we promise to build another repair station absolutely free. Except for, you know, the cost to us. Yeah. Fun fact from my business professor in college, and also a little bit from my high school as well. Never, anything that is given to you free is not free. Nothing is given to you free. Everything comes at a cost. No matter, even if you're not costing something, you could still be giving up something for that free item. Sniper, anyway, being chased by the Grenadier Squad, trying to escape. I know really kind of patched this, so it's hard to do, like that just sniper run, and looks like the Grenadier Squad's mowing him down. Aw, damn it. It killed the sniper. Yeah, you should have probably retreated that. Anyway, penal troops fighting on the front lines, trying to hold. Nice job by the Germans at least decapping that, which will cut the Allies off from their fuel. Problem is, the Germans haven't put down any caches yet. And before you say, well, Greyshot, Black Star is the only one who can do it. Yes, but you figure the other players would be helping him. To be like, hey, man, we'll cover your front and play defensive. We need some caches if you don't mind. Thank you. Thank you very much, because we could honestly use them. Anyway, AT gun. Managing to push back the Lukes. Oh, wow, knocking out its main gun. Lieutenant, like, we'll charge. And then you see all the Volk squads coming around the corner. You're like, okay, we're going to pull back now. Meanwhile, gigantic Allied blob is attacking on right, with actually artillery coming down, looks like, from the British base. I feel like the artillery should be aiming more over here than here, but we see this unit, and it... Alright. He's going to go fortification, or he's going to go with the Fallschirmjäger. I'm going to make a random guess that he went fortification. And I'm right. Okay. Again, it's one of the two. The reason I guess that is on this map, the reason it may not be as suited for paratroopers for landing like Fallschirmjäger, or like kind of flanking around. You could see it in a couple spots, but I don't know, maybe not on this map, at least in my eyes. I could see artillery playing a major factor, just pounding the enemy base and kind of using the, like, the nature of the map, especially the major choke points for major Pak-43 or just long-range German artillery just pounding an area or holding defensively in certain regions. Like this is, you could easily put a Pak-43. It would be very difficult for the Allies to advance unless they bring up some major artillery or have the British focus all their artillery efforts in one spot. I'm also realizing the time of this map to realize that this is going to be a long game. Okay, let's see how it goes. T-34 just saying, hey, you know, in the last game or in a previous game, we talked about how a Pak was very powerful and, you know, did more than tanks. Well, screw that. The T-34 is just going to charge the AT gun head on and be like, yeah, AT gun, you suck because we're just going to keep harassing you and we're not going to make you stop, you know, moving backwards. All right, we have a plane going overhead. So, all right, Lapis went B4. Well, I guess we'll have to see how well this works. Not a terrible placement for the B4, actually. I do think that maybe... trying to think how would I put this. I think maybe over here would have been better, because then way you could trees, stuff like that would block it. It would be a little bit closer. This one, it's kind of blocking the road a little bit, so that might help with logistics. But it's not terrible. Black Star also went joint operations, so more artillery and Pak-43s. Yay! Doctor wants to a breakthrough, so the Yag Tiger, again, big heavy tank destroyers. Overall, they have a decent wide range. Again, with the B4 and then match, again, also decently wide range. Though I do think that if he's going to pick anything, the one I would probably pick, not Armor Company, probably Airborne. That way you have an ability to hold back large groups of armor. Because what I'm seeing here is you don't really have that great special to kind of help support large assaults, and the P-47 airstrike would be very helpful. Nice shot, at least knocking out the unit. The problem is it's not dead, so the Germans can get that back. Also, I love the fact that that demo is still there. I really want to see that demo explode. But in the meantime, we're going to see a big battle on the right-hand side with the Centaur pushing against the enemy lines. But the problem is there's the Verkenwerfer lying in wait to push back the Centaur. And, wait. Stop the... Yeah, I was going to say stop their chance of advancing. Luckily, though, there's so many repair stations over here that they can just insta-fix that. And, of course, we go with the Priest. Okay. You could say Greyshot the Priest would be great because you can knock out the heavy artillery. And you are right, the direct strike, stuff like that would be better. I'm just thinking more of, like, if you need better infantry for large grained assaults. Yeah, sure, shock troops could do that, but... And commandos could do that, I guess, a little bit. But I'm just thinking of the paratroopers being, like, more long range. Plus, you could use the Pathfinders to link up so you can keep healing them as they go close to the front. So you wouldn't have to retreat them, per se, to get them fully healed. So that was my thought process. But again, this is not bad. And by the amount of munitions they're getting, they could easily counteract a lot of the emplacements that Player or Black Star could put down. And actually, speaking of emplacements, we already have one place. And this one, kind of curious about. You know how I just said it was kind of block a road? Well, I do think that if you put it here, it wouldn't necessarily block it, and the trees would prevent people from seeing it. Being down here is kind of a weirder place. It's not... it's close enough to... It's... How do I say this? It's just away enough from any medical base that you can't heal from it. Like, think about this medical base being like, let's say you put it here, then you could have the artillery kind of rain down. You could say the same thing for the B4, but again, I'm assuming this guy's going to make more than one. B4 is a loner. B4 is always, like, kind of just hanging out by itself. Typically. I very rarely build more than one because, again, one is all you need. Typically, German players build at least 2, maybe 3 artillery pieces. That's what I typically see. So if you build a lot of them, I could see that. By the way, Black Star kind of just... yeah, he kind of gave up on his line. And look at that. He built 2. What'd I say? Where's the other one? The other one's being manned on the far left. So he's at least spraying them out, which is good. Nice job, by the way, for the... Oh, my God. Both for Verkenwerfer's dead. Well, I was going to say good job for the defense, but that may not last all that too much longer. If an oboe blitz struck, I'm assuming you're healing. Stop putting your goddamn... Oh. Okay, I get you're trying to put that back, but Jesus Christ. AT gun stuff like that killed the last one. Literally put it back here so they have to come down the hill and you can put them into a choke point, like right here, and murder them. But in any case, British infantry moving in with Brenz, making it very hard for the Germans to fight. It looks like we have the rocket barrage strike coming in, kind of missing the target. We have Volk squads trying to hold the line, but yeah, it's British infantry, Vet 3 with an additional squad member with Brenz. Hate to say it, but the Volk squads don't really have much of a chance in this regard. You could say that the Oboe Blitz truck can heal them, but yeah, okay, now this is going down, but the problem is the hill's kind of stopping the shot from getting closer to them. Okay, maybe not. They're finally being suppressed. Meanwhile, the artillery is counteracting the B4. B4 has to fire a Hail Mary, if I would have to say, because literally it's at the edge of its range to even try to hit that thing. Though it looks like we have precision bomb strike coming in from the red smoke. And yeah, easily, just like whack-a-mole, just knocking out the artillery piece. Now the funny thing is, why do I think that is not going to be the only artillery piece Black Star makes? I feel like Black Star is just going to start just mass producing the artillery, and this is going to be turned into a artillery war. Any case, look, I'll give credit on the left-hand side for the Germans defending. They're actually doing a really good job pushing the Allies back, even though the Allies should technically be in a good position. It's kind of it's literally an even stalemate except for mid. It's like right now it's under Allied hands, which is good job on Allies for holding that point. But right now we look at the resources, even though the map is pretty much divided equally. Again, oh Jesus, plane almost kamikaze into that rifleman squad. It's like, I'll take out any unit that I see. There you are. Tries to aim for a German, mistakes it for an American. But in any case, it's pretty even in terms of just overall points and distribution of the map, except for the middle, of course. But the problem is, resource-wise, we take a look. We see like the Allies are easily getting what, like 50% more fuel income than the Axis, which will help it in the long term. We already have 300 fuel for this guy, so goddamn, if he wants to deploy a priest, you better be. Wait. You have all sorts of artillery coming down over here. Okay. B4 kind of not really doing all that much. Didn't really get a good hit. KV-1 though moving in with as the heavy tank and just trying to keep the infantry back. Again, the nice thing about this position, and again, he will probably have to heal his guys and play a little more defensively, but this opportunity and this defensive position where you pretty much the Germans are only going to come from this point and this point. Okay, maybe up here, but you know, I feel like that would be more so this life forces designation to kind of hold that point. But in any case, the German player can just keep launching small little raids against the, oh boy, okay, B4 kind of missing. Again, you have to believe in yourself. If you believe in the B4, if you want to, you know, hit the target. It's in Relic's code. When you go into Relic's code, you'll see that in order for the B4 to be optimized effectively, you need to believe. All right? Absolutely. In any case. We have the Churchill pushing back the Soldaten. A nice idea, by the way, with the Soldaten. I can see that, okay, if they're getting the big British infantry, we'll get our best infantry to fight them off in an epic battle. And yeah, to be fair, you upgrade the Soldaten, they'll start wrecking the British infantry and give them a run for their money on best infantry on the map. Puma's lying in wait. We have artillery coming down. Though the defensive positions are holding, so I'll give them credit. They are healing them and keeping them operational. Germans are launching a couple small raids themselves, and the British and the Soviets are though saying, hey, we're not giving up without a fight. Puma though coming in weirdly. Puma not known for being good against infantry, but maybe it's just one bonus. I don't know. Oh my god. And we have an AI. Okay, Lapis, I'll give it to you this because it is with the guy who is a again, a guy on your team. We'll see how this goes. I personally don't like games with AI, but it's far enough in where I'm like, okay, we'll see how this goes. Any case, KV-1 launching assault. The problem is the American player is going to be less inclined to defend mid properly, and I'm actually kind of curious why would he do that. Maybe he lost some troops that I haven't seen or something. I'm assuming the bars and everything are dead American infantry that he lost to something, and he's like rage quit. What was his rank, by the way? Actually, what's all their ranks? Alright, so yeah, he's new. So that I guess isn't a huge loss, but he was holding mid pretty well. Yeah, from what I'm seeing here, the Allies easily have advantage in total play time, but you wouldn't necessarily get that. T-34 just going behind enemy lines, trying to find a target. The problem is the guy who would call, oh my god, the guy who would call down time on target shots is now, well, not there anymore. So that could be an issue. B4 kind of missing the target, but not doing too bad. Does a little bit of damage. The problem is with this is he's trying to find something to hit, and I don't think he's finding anything. Usually you go after Panzerwerfers, Stukas, something that you can easily kill with a couple shots. Sure, this artillery piece is also another great example. It'll take a few more, but also pretty good. KV, unfortunately, though, taking a lot of heat. Pack gun should kill it. Oh, bouncing. Okay. Can the KV-1 escape? Can it continue to bounce? No. Although the AI is like, you know what the KV-1 needed? It needed a Jackson to help against all this infantry. That's what it needed. Any case, so the good news is the T-34 managed to kill the pack. Not the pack, oh god, I always forget its name. Essentially the German artillery. So good job at least stopping that from coming back. So good job. The left 18 was neutralized. So again, yeah, I guess that could be somewhat even trade because the Allies do have more fuel income than the Axis, but well, we'll see how things go. Meanwhile, Panzer IV moving on the flank of the AT gun. Churchill realizing, oh shoot, I may have messed up. I need to pull back to go save my friend. KV-2 now moving on in to try to push that thing back. And let me say this. If I was that Panzer IV and I saw that monstrosity turning the corner, I would as well try to get the hell out of there. Though it looks like that the OKW player and the well, yeah, it's oh my god. Yeah, I would say they've been busy. They've laid down general mines to hurt anything. They've laid down S minefields. It's, oh boy, it's definitely not a walk in the park if you come through this way. Which is going to make it very difficult for the Allies to push in through that regard, but very easy for the Axis to move on through and then retreat back through unless they get hit by one of their own mines. Hetzer moving on in, burning the infantry. Yeah, KV-1, I'm sorry, KV-2 is like, I'm sorry, what are you doing? Get out of here. Although it looks like wow, it looks like the OKW weren't the only ones laying down mines. Meanwhile, yeah, remember how I said that this guy was only going to build artillery and not build anything else? Yeah, that's a fault. Good job blowing up the infantry, so Dr. Watson just had his men get blown sky high. But my issue, and just, oh Jesus, that was a decent B4 hit, I'll give you that. Oh my god, you have Katyushas, and you have pack guns. I wonder what your strategy is. So all the artillery is firing on what exactly? You know, I'm just going to say you're hitting everything because it's literally, I mean, you killed the pack. I'm assuming maybe the other artillery piece? No, the other artillery piece over here. I don't know what you were trying to hit. Maybe a building? Maybe this building, but I think that was blown up by the Soviet players, so I don't know. You're just trying to hold them back. Do you get many kills? Okay, you got a decent amount of kills. So it seems like Fur's strategy is we're going to Katyusha them, move up the packs. Katyusha them, move up the packs. I'll give you this. It's a strategy I have seen actually work before. So we'll see how effective it is. Anyway, British player having a lot of vetted stuff and a lot of stuff with really, really heavy armor is now moving in. And the British player, I'm sorry, the OKW player with really nothing to fight back the heavy armor and heavy infantry is probably going to need a little bit of support. The problem is, player is currently busy with AI in mid, although that, you know, should only last a few seconds. KV-1 realizing, oh shoot, he's not going to help. I'm going to pull back now. Jackson trying to get some nice shots in, which, I'm sorry, excuse me, you stole the Allied Jackson. Bravo. I love the fact that I love the fact that this repair crew as well is chasing down the Jackson, like saying, hey man, that's our Jackson, you can't take that. Any case, they get mowed down, which I love the fact they have an LMG, which, once again, can only be deployed by Life Force. So, he lost that, and the OKW's like, ooh, this is something that we'll take. So, meanwhile, on the far left, once again, they don't have much that can hold back 2 Churchills and all the artillery in the freaking world. So, goodbye to that truck. Hetzer realizing I should probably leave, is leaving. Puma also died, and the Churchills coming on in. Also, we have British artillery now coming in, you know, just why not? And, yeah, it's just laying down waste. I don't think this flak gun's really going to stand up to all that stuff, but, you know, best of luck, flak emplacement. I feel like you got this. I feel like that the enemy coming over, which looks like a goddamn monster coming out of a horror film, you'll do fine against. Oh my god. Are you going to run them over? That would be incredible. Nope. Just imagine the Churchills just running over that emplacement. It doesn't happen in this game, but goddamn, that would be a cool effect. Anyway, King Tiger, because again, we can't forget about Dr. Watson versing this Lapis. And Lapis, by the way, doing pretty good. Gotten up to 8 kills, and I'm assuming has hit some armor, getting up to vet 2 respectively. Firing the shot of a lifetime. Aiming for where the King Tiger will be, unfortunately, didn't get a great hit. I love the Jackson just, you know, constantly popping shots at this thing. A Soviet Jackson, which, once again, I love the goddamn logo on the front of it. We communists are the only ones who can really perfect the Jackson. You can just tell how awesome we are by my terrible accent. Anyway, Panther moving on in. Finally having something to combat the Churchills. Churchills realizing, we'll just fall back, go into the massive repair station that has been set up by the Soviet player, and be back in just a minute. So just hold on for a second. We'll be right back. And Churchills have a lot of armor, so usually it takes quite a bit of time for them to come back. But nope. There is so many repair stations over here, I guarantee you they'll be back in a minute. Meanwhile, the Allies are also launching an assault in mid. Well, really supported by all those goddamn Katyushas just laying waste to the enemy. Poor Dr. Watson. Not bad. Just getting utterly destroyed. Oh my god. I'm gonna make a wild guess and say the B4 just hit your units, because that's a lot of units that he managed to take out. So, good job, B4. Good job getting 18 kills. I've been so busy on the left, the fight on the left, because it's pretty much a knockout brawl. Well, mostly. That I haven't really paid attention much in mid, so we'll pay a little bit more attention over here. We'll see how things go. In any case, King Tiger helping to support Black Star, which is finally, not only is he keeping his artillery units alive for once, even though he's not getting any kills from them, but he actually has a lot of vetted troops, so good luck with that. Again, we'll see how long they last with the B4, if Lapis truly believes in it, because then, then they're all dead. Nice job with the King. Oh, I'm assuming you're going to fire on the infantry over here? Maybe? Because the King Tiger is too mobile. I don't think the B4 would really try to hit that. It looks like the Axis, are having some issues against the Allied armor. And all the goddamn pack guns in the freaking line. Well, didn't necessarily get direct hit, but it got the Vet 3. Anyway, oh my god. That is an annoying combo for... First is like doing a lot of really not spam. Well, yeah, it is spammy with 4 pack guns lying in wait. That being said, the Germans could easily counter this with a Stuka or a Panzerwerfer if they really wanted to, or just have the freaking Furs guy be like, not Furs. What am I saying? Black Star use artillery to target those pack guns when they're not moving. Anyway, Panther having a bit of issue with the Firefly and 2 Churchills. So it's going to pull back a little bit. Luckily, there is a second Panther lying in wait, along with a British AT gun. Okay, so it looks like the Germans and it looks like the Allies and the Axis are just exchanging units. Hey, American player, do you mind if I borrow the Jackson? Sure. Hey, German player, do you want my AT gun? Absolutely, British player. Cool, we'll definitely take that. Hey, do you mind if I borrow your Vickers machine gun? Oh, please. Please. It would be stupid of you not to take this machine gun. So for Kenworfer, trying to hold back the Churchill, may need a little bit more firepower. You know what would do that? Oh, nope, they have the Firefly right there. That's why you don't want to do that. I love the Kenworfer almost killing that. If you would have had... Oh, Panther is going in. Did you get the kill? Hold on. Yep, it got the kill. Nice shot. Anyway, poor Watson's just being pushed back on right, just slowly whittled down. Allied play, well, AI is having a lot of issues with just keeping anything alive. Mara did lose 2 Churchills, so he might be out of it for a little while. Yep, there it goes. Jackson's like, yeah, we can't let them take the Sherman. That's a little too much. That's a little too many things exchanged. But that being said, with the Allies taking over that point, now the Axis are no longer getting fuel. So, okay, so you can see a lot more desperate Axis team, like, kind of scavenging what they have left and trying to counteract. A lot of British infantry trying to push in, and a lot of Volk squads kind of staying in one spot. You figure you want to kind of spread out and push up. Nice kill on one of the British infantry squads. Looks like Marat might have overextended a bit, so we'll see how things go. May need to regroup a little bit. He does have his pack line, and I guess the KV-2 is designed to hold back the infantry, but by God, the Axis have a lot of infantry, so they better watch out with that. Anyway, it looks like they're using all the artillery to kill, well, everything. Oh my God, just putting down that poor German artillery piece. What did it ever do to you? Oh, it was Vet 2, so it got a lot of kills. Okay. Utility car being deployed, because that's the thing you need. Actually, it looks like pretty much all the Axis players are focusing in mid now, which would only give the impression that Lapis is just going to start wrecking these guys because they're not paying attention to where they should be. That was a great hit with the B4. I'll give him that. Anyway, all these units are... This AT gun line is like, again, I've seen this so many times, but if you can just get artillery and just kind of panzerwerfer for all of them, you can easily decrew them. And then that guy would be like, oh, great, now I have to reman each and every one of them. Okay. But that pack line, or not pack line, the ZIS 3 line, I should say, is just really going to annoy the German players because they have to deal with that. They can't move up armor. They could push back the British with their Panthers, but no, it's this goddamn line. But nice job with the Volk squads moving in, at least taking out one of them. Can they take out 2? That'll be helpful. And then just like as a double middle finger to the Allies, they then push all this back, which, by the way, once again, just insta-repaired. And oh, okay, I was going to say decrew it. Oh, or, you know what? Reman it and use it against your former master. That works, too. Blitz truck moving in, I guess, to heal. Also, Don may need to focus on the infantry more so. AI kind of just going around with a Stuart for some damn reason. King Tiger's still alive, so give it credit on that. Huh? 23 kills. That's pretty good, right? The B4 has gone 24. God dang it, I thought I was doing good, says Dr. Watson. Also, I'm actually kind of surprised we haven't seen another cache over here. But that being said, Lapis has lost quite a number of units, kind of keeping up the pressure on the right and helping out mid, so that could be the reason. So a Panther is opening fire now with a Hetzer, which can't really do anything against armor, against the KV-2. Well, okay. We have now just 2 Katyushas, so I'm assuming they did something to kill them. Judging by the abilities we have, maybe a light artillery barrage was used? If so, good job. Also, nice job with the artillery trying to knock out all of these repair stations, because, once again, I could probably just surmise that the fact that they're trying to knock this out so they can stop these Churchills from literally being repaired in under a minute. Light artillery barrage in this sector would actually be very effective. Come on. Come on, light artillery barrage. You know you want to do it. You know you want to do it. Come on. Come on, do it. Recon's right there, Black Star. You can do it. Come on. It's 2 Katyushas. It's 2 Katyushas. I know you can see it. You can see it right now from that recon. Oh, god damn it. Fine, just call in base artillery. He just called in artillery. Again, I think the light artillery barrage might have been a little bit better. Any case, yeah, using the Full Mother Russia just makes the combat effectiveness of Soviet infantry just so much better. And, yeah, they just managed to cause a lot of damage to Black Star and Watson. Once again showing that this front is widely open and available for the Soviet player to just move in. The problem is Lapis is taking a lot of casualties, so that is a kind of a concern. It looks like he also has somehow killed 4 of his own allies, which I'm just going to chalk that up to the American AI and just leave it at that. Anyway, Jackson pulling back. But the Panthers like, sorry, only the Soviets can have that Jackson. No other faction can have it. Anyway, looks like they're just calling in all their artillery to break down the minefield. Okay. I mean, alright. Good job, AI, I think. Massive allied assault on left. You know, this is one of those situations where if you have a Pack 40 that 3 that you can make, I know the guy's a lot of Katyushas, but dear lord, I think it would come in handy against these things. Anyway, nice job killing the KV-2. The allies are kind of retreating. We still have a couple more Katyushas back here. Wow, okay. At least they have, I'm assuming the artillery is on return fire. Yep. Okay, so he has one of them on counter barrage mode to kind of counteract the Katyushas. Meanwhile, AI is pushing up pretty close to the enemy line. But that being said, at least the, well, Panzer headquarters that they kind of have lying around are keeping the enemy back. Speaking of which, Black Star, I'm just saying, I know that you're not really focusing on it, but maybe try to take some of these right-hand points, at least lock it down, so that way Lapis doesn't keep coming over on the right and just smacking you in the face. I'm assuming over here. Well, that was a good kill. And that was a good shot. 31 kills. How many kills does that King Tiger have? 24. So the B4 is doing better than the King Tiger. Confirmed. Well, mostly. Okay, never mind. King's racking up the kills. When one Panther realizes it can't capture the point and is going to need assistance, send one unit, the Pioneer Squad, for God's sakes, and go take that point. If you worry about mines, how to get a Minesweeper. There you go. In any case, the double Panthers, along with all the infantry, are now moving in to try to hold back all the British. The one thing I will say, though, is that it looks like the Axis does have a larger army than the Allies. So that, and especially if they keep taking losses, that might be the reason why we're going to start seeing the Allies start having issues. Anyway, a huge counterattack from all major factions. We got pretty much every player over here just like pincering the British and just knocking out all their armor and a lot of their infantry respectively. Yeah, the double king thing is the big one. It's like, yeah, how do you beat a heavy tank with an advanced heavy tank? And I think of the King Tiger as advanced heavy because that's just my mindset because I play a game called Ruse. Any case, moving on. Oh my god, the AT group is back and might be able to kill the Panther. Yep, it did. Once again, I feel like the light artillery barrage would have been perfect right there, but no, it's fine. My allies are dying. It's okay. You know, at this point, this demo's been here for nearly 45 minutes or 40 minutes, whatever. I just use it on this AI. I want to see something blow up. In any case, meanwhile, we have more repair stations going down. We have a recon going here from the Germans. Again, most likely trying to do that so they can attack something over there, which was really stupid. I mean, you probably want to drop it like in the forest or somewhere that the enemy won't see it, because that green flare will show up on their screen. So that means they will see that. Oh, wait. Oh, no, it's just an allied supply drop. Okay, never mind. Ignore my little rant. But, you know, same thing does apply. Look. The kid may have not been stealing the cookie in the cookie jar now. He might have just been trying to, you know, put it back up on the shelf. But when he does go for that cookie in the cookie jar, we will be ready to call him out on it, because it's already well prepared what we're going to say. Alright, looks like they're retaking mid, which is good. That being said, the Axis and the Allies are actually pretty freaking close. Closer than I would have thought. So, good job. I mean, to be fair, it looks like the Axis have been being pummeled. But, that being said, the Allies do have an AI, so take that for what you will. Overwhelming Katyusha strike is now coming in, which makes me think that maybe the Germans might just want to invest in a Puma or a Lux and just sit up behind enemy lines, just try to kill one of those Katyushas. I swear, that would really help them out if they could take them out. Anyway, Panthers moving back. We have the Sherman in the trench because that's the best place for a Sherman to be, in a trench. We also have a plane crashing, I think hurting some units. Is the B4 still over here? B4, 34 kills, firing at, I'm assuming, this. We'll see if he gets anywhere close. A little bit off. Did a little bit of damage to the Panther, but just a little bit off. At least he revealed it. But, you know, Bren's not going to do much against Panther. Piot's would, but not Bren's. We also see here Marriott's focusing on the Firefly effort. Jackson's still alive with Lapis, so good for him. And I still have this penal troop with not only PTS rifles, but with an MG42. Because just why not? Wow, good job just opening fire upon the enemy. Okay, they're at least pushing him back. That's not too bad. Again, I mean, I don't know how much farther you can push the Axis back, but and the Allies are at least being, you know, coordinating. It seems like these continuous assaults on the right haven't gained much. They're like, okay, let's try to push on left harder and hold mid. Not a bad strategy. Even the AI is helping out over here. Good AI. Well, except for the fact that you should probably be watching the right. B4 kind of missing the target again. Oh, and now also Lapis has a Katyusha, which I didn't see. So that means 4 Katyushas are currently on the field at one time. Oh boy, Su-85 trying to help out. Not, again, trying to fire that long-range shot to kill the King and the Panther. Also, all the Katyushas are now firing at this region. So say goodbye to the Volk squads. Oh, did you like those Volk squads because they're so highly vetted? Well, too bad. The artillery's going to ruin their days. Also, there's a plane crash about to happen. So, the one thing here is the Panther, I could see what it was trying to do, coming on the flank. The problem is all these goddamn pack guns together. They really need to focus on that. Or have someone focus on it. That would probably be beneficial, I would say. Yeah, probably beneficial. Alright, we have a missile strike. Double missile strike, doing a lot of damage to the King. They might be able to kill it, unless they do some wacky maneuvers. Again, because this unit's been upgraded, no longer has a Panzerfaust, so the Fireflies could give chase, and even if they're injured, they wouldn't be stopped. I love all these pack guns now coming over. Volk squad's moving up to fight the British infantry, which is now supported by a Royal Engineer, because they're like, yeah, we need anyone. Royal Engineer just, we'll give you the Anvil upgrade with the upgraded, the heavier Engineer, and yeah, you can just do your thing. Anyway, King Tiger just trying to blast the enemy and knocking out the Sherman, so good job. You killed AI. We have a Pack 43 over here as well, which was placed, so if those Fireflies do move up, they would have been utterly wrecked. Again, nice revelation for at least me to see, as the Allies really quickly, you could just imagine them hitting the button like retreat, retreat, pull back, retreat. But, you know, I guess he'll find out via recon, and then we'll see all the Katyushas open fire and kill that thing in a couple seconds flat. Player also has his own artillery piece. Black Star still has his, and they actually have a lot of kills respectively. He may want to put them on counter barrage, because those Katyushas are doing a lot of hell. So, anyway. Oh, look, they're, yep, calling down all the Katyushas on it. What'd I say? Once again, I feel like a Puma going behind enemy lines might be beneficial. It just might. Anyway, Rumbar trying to hold back the infantry. Even the shock troops have AT, though. All these troops have AT. So, yeah, that's going to not help. They're not going to do much. They're not going to gain much territory or really push the enemy back. But, hey, they'll do something. Right now, the Axis are losing resource-wise, so good for them. Good shot with the King, knocking that back. B4, by the way, is at 34 kills. King is at 39. B4 is going to need to make up some serious ground if it's going to, you know, somehow catch up with that King Tiger. Ladies and gentlemen, I may see where the B4 could catch up on if it hit, you know, directly. Nope. B4 goes for the long shot instead of what was right in front of him the whole time. Any case, looks like they're really trying to take mid, and I can see why. It's a goddamn grudge match as the Allies and Axis battle for control over mid, constantly being like, no, I'm going to take mid. No, I'm going to take mid. No, I'm going to take mid. KV2's back, by the way, and showing the Panther that sometimes the bigger gun is what's needed to win the battle. Also, that demo has been there for 40 plus, close to 50 minutes, I would say, and I still haven't gotten my kaboom. I better get my goddamn kaboom this game, otherwise I will be really disappointed. Well, in any case, we have some Volk squads trying to knock them out. This Volk squad isn't upgraded, so yeah, they could take that out. Oh wait, do they have a Panzer Strike or something? Hold on. Am I? Wow, I am an idiot. They sell the Panzer. I'm an idiot. They don't have the incendiary grenade. They have the Panzerfaust. This is what happens when I do, again, oh boy, yep. This is what happens when I try to do like a ton of editing and I realize, you know what? After a couple hours of editing my Hearts of Iron video, I'm gonna go and do some CH2. My mind is still in editing mode. Ugh. Focus, Greyshot. Focus. This game has been going on for 50 minutes, but you have to focus. For the viewers. For the viewers, Greyshot. Anyway, Firefly getting a nice shot, stunning the King. The problem is the Pac-43 is still there, and it's going to start wrecking that Churchill. So it doesn't matter how awesome that thing is. Also, we have zeroing artillery coming down, so, well, yeah, that's going to start causing a lot of havoc in mid. Oh, at least the Allies aren't in mid, so they don't have to worry about all the artillery coming down. Oh, wait. Well, prepare for the artillery. Prepare for those shock troops to get a rude awakening. The American player just realized, well, the Soviets. Oh my god, all those troops just died. Yep, I think that's Soviet. Oh my god, they all just died. Well, I'll give them this. Zeroing artillery did just clear that point for the Axis. Once again, Axis could take this point, but saying, nah. Why would we do that? They do a B4 shot. Doesn't necessarily get a great hit. We're up to 37 kills now. King Tiger's at 42. It's a close game. Anyone could take the lead at this point. But I think Watson... Oh, wait, no, T-34. Stopping it in its tracks. They could call in a B4 shot on it. Oh, wait, it has another 13 seconds before it's going to fire. Damage engine, though. What they could do is hit all this infantry moving in close. B4, don't let me down. Hit the infantry. You are the chosen one, B4. You know what to do. Come on. Hit the blob. Hit the blob! Save the dream! Well, I think the B4 just gained the lead in kills. We have 49 kills and 42. So yeah, B4 just took the lead. I know I could be focusing on other things, but I really am curious to see who gets more kills, the B4 or the King Tiger. Anyway, the British is back in town with, yeah, a ton of infantry with upgraded weapons. Katyusha's laying back. It looks like some of them may have died from the counter barrage, which they're now experiencing. So they may want to get the heck out of there before an artillery piece slams into them. AT guns are still... Oh my god, he got more. Okay. If Black Star doesn't get a Panzerwerfer to deal with that, that's his own goddamn fault. Because he really should get a Panzerwerfer to deal with all those. He honestly should. I just saw a tree fall in the distance. Like, what? So interesting. Anyway, King Tiger, unfortunately, biting the dust. Which one was that? I'm assuming it was Watson's. It was Watson. Watson just bit it from the Jackson. Goddamn, Soviet Jackson is the best Jackson. Anyway, yeah, there's not really much protecting that right-hand flank anymore. AI barely has anything, so... But Dr. Watson barely has anything. Black Star's full army, but they're kind of focusing on the left. And the remaining allied players have slightly more, so I could see a small, slow allied push start creeping up and taking more and more territory as things progress. Well, there goes the Jackson, so never mind. AI has no force now. Oh, we have a direct strike coming in. I'm sorry, a time on target barrage. More fuel dropping in for the allies, which I could say they might need some. You also have a mattress here for some reason, which, I don't know, kind of interesting that he's doing that. Maybe he's trying to do it to kill all this. I don't know, per se. I will say now that even though Watson did lose his... Oh, Jesus. Even though Watson did lose his king, there's still 2 others, which would definitely be a hassle for the allies. But that being said, I then am reminded of all these goddamn AT guns that are also being healed by field medics to make sure they're 100% operational capacity. And then I'm like, okay. Well, T-34 realizing, well, this artillery sucks, so let's try to kill it, because there's nothing stopping them from literally rolling in the first place, trying to kill the artillery piece. Unfortunately for the T-34, not able to do so. But hey, it was a good effort. I'm assuming they're trying to kill this. Good shot. How many kills have you gotten? 39. 4 vehicles. And you have gotten 1 vehicle and 14 kills. Not bad. If you somehow manage to kill all these, that would be even better. That Katusha realizing, yeah, we're going to have to stay away. Wow. B4 managed to decrew it. Good job, B4. No, seriously. Good job. Up to 50 kills. So, I guess the other 2 Tigers would have to kind of make up for it. For the Watson's Tiger that died, but neither one of them are really close. And with the 3-star artillery piece now gone, it doesn't... I think the B4 has taken the cake for probably most kills. I'm kind of looking around, unless something else I'm missing has most kills in this battlefield. That is alive, I should also mention. 33 kills for the Volk squad. 16 for that one. We have a large AT gun presence, which by God is annoying. There was a game I literally just posted with, like, I asked if someone has enough machine guns. Do you think they have enough AT guns? Do you think the Soviets have enough AT guns? Do you think they need more? I think the minefield might help them out if, you know, there are any mines left. Oh, AT guns slowly pressing with the Firefly. Knocking out the Blitz truck, which I'm actually surprised lasted this long. Well, AT guns realizing the Volk squads are getting the upper hand, realize, oh, we're going to pull back. Another T-34 just going through their lines, not doing all that much because, again, kind of unable to really shoot. Could have probably rammed the Stuka for an interesting effect. Hey, question, if they're retreating, do you think it's a good idea to fire a Stuka at them? No? Then why'd you do it? Anyway, yeah, AI is not going to have anything with veterancy. British infantry, 60 kills. So we have a British infantry with 60 kills. That's probably the best unit on the field right now. I'd probably have to say. 46 kills. That's close. Yeah, nothing else. So right now we have the British infantry, the B4, followed by the Katusha for the 3 best units on the field right now. All on the Allied side, which should kind of point out. The Volk squad makes up 4th with 33. Mattress just laying the waste down so they can't take the point. And good job on the Allies for taking this so the Axis can no longer get fuel. Which means if they start whacking out and taking out this armor, don't expect anytime soon. Which also, so goddamn curious why... Well, sorry, artillery coming down. Oh my god, did the... Fire the fucking... Do the demo. Do the... God damn it. Stop teasing me with it. Finally, there was a unit close by, and nothing happened. I'm so mad. I'm so goddamn mad. Well, it sounds like the match just got by some type of artillery. That being said, the British are like, we're just going to deploy all the armor we got in reserve now. And the Axis are like, oh shit, we have nothing to counter that. Mortar carriage coming in with the amazing flank. Panzerfaust. And PTRS rifles? Sure, why not? Jackson just lying in wait. Unfortunately, Azul doesn't really have a ton of... how do I put this nicely? He doesn't have a ton of manpower, so it's going to take a while for his army to get back to operational capacity. I'm assuming you're B4ing here. Oh, good kill. Up 55. Is that Katusha alive? Yep. Oh, that Katusha's at 47 kills. British infantry got pushed back. Still alive, though. Still alive. 3-star Firefly, though, engaging. They're all close. Oh, my God. They're all close up. This is where you just need, like, a... I don't even care. You need the railway just come down now. Even the Churchill's like, okay, we're fucked. I'm deploying a smoke screen because otherwise we are so screwed. Good shot with the Panther. Managed to, with the Volk squad, managed to knock it out. They can knock out the Churchill, which will at least allow them to hold on to this point. Once again, I feel like the biggest issue right now is Watson and the other guy, Black Star, not holding the right-hand flank. Those constant T-34 flanks and other flanks are just wrecking them. And the fact they haven't, like, realized how annoying that B4 has been and try and knock it out is astonishing to me. Again, people either target the B4 or they completely ignore it. And, like, the first thing will completely ignore it. They won't be like, oh, it's over there. Well, it's fine. It's fine. Like, they haven't made a single solid effort to, like, kill this thing after 1 or 2 artillery barrages. And it's like, okay, well, I guess artillery doesn't work. We'll move on. Right, but the Katyushas are the biggest threat. I mean, to be fair, they're getting a lot of kills. 50 kills. Plane being shot down, so expect a plane crash somewhere. 63 kills. B4 slowly catching up. Will they be able to take the lead is the question. Hey, remember those pack guns that everyone loved? Yeah, they're back over here now. And they're just killing everything. Panther realizing, oh, this is my chance to win the day. And yeah, sure, they might be able to kill the KV. But I'm just going on a limb and saying they're not gonna. It's not gonna survive very long with all those pack guns right there. Just back up. Just back up. You don't want to see what's around that corner. I also like the fact, like, if I point at this map and went over here, I'd be like, this is a normal landscape. There's, yeah, sure, a few artillery shells or stuff, but nothing major. And over here's the side of the moon. This is no man's land. So many references you can say about how cratered this location looks. In any case, British coming back on the left. B4 lying in wait for any target, I'm assuming. And they can actually fire pretty goddamn far, so... maybe he's just trying to guard mid at this point, but looks like he's holding it pretty well. KV-1 over here with an Su-85 just trying to take out some armor. KV's just taking the hits. Su-85 dealing the damage. I can't... they finally did the demo, and I'm really underwhelmed. They really didn't hit anything. They're really trying to take mid with a bunch of really low-level grenadiers that should probably fall back. But I guess Black Star can't reman them for some reason? Oh, so finally he gets a Panzerwerfer to fight, to counteract those AT guns, and he misses. Okay. Here's an idea. When they're placed and aiming for one of those things called a tank, have them fire. I'm sorry, I love this mattress hitting the tree and blocking all the white phosphorus, so it's actually killing itself with the white phosphorus. At least they think it is. Maybe a little bit. Yeah, no, it's ticking a little bit. Very slightly. B4 trying to work its way up to number 1. But that being said, Katyusha's gaining the lead on those kills. Look, I need something to keep me going. Right now, neither side has really gained much. It's just been a slaughter. The only thing I'd say is the Allies have been doing a pretty good job at holding this for probably 75% of the time, when the Axis take it the other 25%. Because, again, they're still keeping it relatively close point-wise. KV-2 moving on in, because once again he's realized that KV-2 is exactly what I need. Followed way behind is all those pack guns, which, once again, if this Panzerwerfer was, like, lying in wait right here, he could probably murder all of them. Like, in a split second. It would be, like, Very easy for him. Do a close-range barrage to murder them all. Meanwhile, this King Tiger is falling back to realize, oh, there's a lot. I guess penal troops are trying to throw a satchel on it, which good for them. Trying to... Oh, nope. Instead, he just throws it on the infantry. Okay, at least he killed it. Possibly, yeah. In any case, AT guns are all there. This would be the perfect time, Watson, to fire the Panzerwerfer. Are they going to hit over here? No. No, it doesn't. You said fired it probably another direction, didn't you? I'm just going to make the wild guess that you fired in the wrong area. You got one kill. Did the pack guns lose anything? Oh, no, you actually did hit maybe one. Did you wait for them? Were they still moving and you fired? Is that what you did? Oh, sweetie, no. Sweetie, you have to wait for them to go down so you can easily kill them. Meanwhile, the British infantry are back, and Mattress Fire is now just leveling the land. Knocking out the Pack 43, so they can at least move up with some of the armor. That being said, there's a king, so actually the Germans are like, we can push up, it's fine. Sorry if I keep trying swinging the camera, but there's so many angles in this battle. God damn. Meanwhile, yeah, so Fresh Meat's just launching a major assault on the right, and good for him for at least keeping this battle going. You figured the British would have, held it, but every time they push up, they lose all their units, and then the German player just comes back. So I'll give him credit for keeping this fight very interesting. Fortunately, the King Tiger, I don't think can keep it up much longer with Centaur and everything hitting. Looks like the British win this game defensively. Yeah, you're going to retreat some of those units. They need to reman that pack, because otherwise I feel like all this armor is going to start chasing them down. Although, nice sniper as well. I'm assuming you're doing that for recon purposes. Maybe calling in some of that artillery as well. Panther on standby, so we got another one. Oh boy. We also have the other artillery piece lying in wait. Stuka kind of hitting mid. Not really doing all that much. B4 still alive and up to 72 kills. I'm assuming he hit someone's blob. So, good job, I think. Well, let's see. Black Star has his army. Maybe it was Dr. Hudson. He right now is pretty much down to shit. Player is doing okay, and Fresh Meat's doing relatively okay. The AI is the AI. So I guess overall, I'm actually surprised the Allies are relatively holding. I mean, to be fair, they aren't. The Axis are now slowly taking it back, but for having an AI for the last, what, 40 minutes, they're doing pretty well. Actually, let's double check those kills. British infantry, how many? You got 73 kills. Holy crap! So, are you this B4? If it gets another successful hit, would get the most kills out of any unit in this game. Wow. Okay, I like this little competition I'm doing. It's keeping everyone guessing. Who's gonna win? Honestly, I have no idea, but I really want to know. Now all the AT guns are on the left. I guess they realize, hey, they keep sending armor over here, and they have one big Pack 43. If you could fight that with 5 smaller pack guns, could you assist? Anyway, the Pack 43 they remanned is already dealing damage to that Churchill. Rocket's missing the target. But that being said, Pack 43 repositioning for some damn reason. I don't know why. There's all of that in front of it. I feel like you want to fight that more so than that. B4 as well hitting the target, or at least close by, helping to knock that sucker out. Huge allied assault. Again, KV, pack gun, pretty much everything. Yeah, it's going to take more than ever can for to hold them back, son. Oh, that was a good Stuka. It hurt some of the infantry and the armor. You still need to hit this. Oh, I feel like Watson, or sorry, Black Star has been... Black Star, you have one job. You have one freaking job. Okay, they're all firing at targets, and the artillery's been firing. That Panther can't hold out forever. One huge armor charge. Looks like everyone's getting into this fight. Fight! How did you miss? They're not moving! All your Panzerwerfer shots literally hit over here. Tell it to hit here. That, you literally cost the game. You absolutely just cost the game. King Tiger and them looking wrong way, as, you know, they still have this guy to fight, which I find hilarious. He was going backwards through the enemy. Anyway, it looks like enough light artillery barrage, which once again they could have done, which is really stupid they didn't do it earlier because they had enough munitions for it. Looks like that actually managed to cost the Allies a lot of their armor. Oh my god, the British infantry unit's fallen, which makes the Katusha the only other running mate for the top kills. So the B4 is now at 72, Katusha is at 65. It's a close match, anyone's game. Panzer IV biting the dust after deciding to charge a pack line? Sure, why not, man? That's a great idea. Anyway, so the Axis need to retake this point, and maybe pushing down here away from the pack line would have been smarter. I'm still surprised they haven't sent one unit to go capture that point. I also love this for Kenwerfer that they have stolen now and is going behind enemy lines. Good job, AI. Good job for doing something that I did not expect from you. Very rare for you to do that. Yeah, so anyway, they have a couple units holding mid, but they have a machine gun moving up with a howitzer to kind of break things apart. Axis now pushing it on left. Looks like they'll be able to take it. I mean, the Centaur moves in, sure, but Panzer IV can actually probably go kill that thing before it gets anywhere close. Problem is the Soviet repair crews are always on point and going to heal that KV-1 to be back in action very quickly. The problem so far this game is the British have been unable to get the units back to the base to heal as many times as they probably want. It's like, oh, cool, the Churchill took a lot of damage. Where is it? It died. We're going to need to get a new one. Well, then what's the point of all these repair stations if you can't keep it alive? Speaking of having trouble keeping things alive, good shot on the Brumbar B4. Doesn't really count as a kill, but I'll give it to you for damage. Unfortunately, yeah, with the Allies taking mid, unless the Axis can do some really funky maneuvering, like I don't know, Dr. Watson doing breakthrough tactics to quickly go around the other side of the map very quickly and decapping all those points, allowing them to actually somehow gain control and win the game. But, you know, that would be preposterous because who would waste 35 munitions out of 200 to quickly take a point? That would be a stupid move. Anyway, light artillery barrage actually did something. I'm not artillery barrage. The time on target. B4 shot, decent hit. Katusha just killing everything along with all the other artillery hitting mid. So with that decapped, pretty well. 73 kills. Katusha is now what? 69. That's how I feel about all those pack guns. Just a big meme of itself. If that Katusha just can keep 69 kills, I feel like that would kind of be perfect for Fur's entire strategy of this game. Meanwhile, the T-34, realizing, well, there's nothing stopping me from flanking them. Literally nothing at all. Besides, you know, I'm going to take out some of these artillery pieces that are causing havoc. Will they do it? Probably not. I was actually assuming this Panzer Headquarters will do enough damage to knock out its main gun, even though it's firing from behind. Wow, it's bouncing shots. Oh my god, they're going for the Stuka. The fact it's bounced... Oh, there we go. Another split second, that thing would have died. Nice random mine, says Fresh Meat. Okay. Wow, I'm assuming... Oh, okay. Oh, finally the artillery's hitting that. And oh, look, they killed more than one. They've actually killed 3. Wow, it only took a coordinated effort of 4 guys to finally, in a major heavy artillery to kill the pack guns. Well, there goes his entire strategy. Oh, wait, he's just going to make a fucking T-34 army. If pack guns don't succeed, get all the excess manpower and fuel we have. How can you have all that the time Churchills? They are dying every second. You do know they have a ton of fuel income, right? Because of all the caches. It's something that you Germans have not been able to do. Plus, oh God. Plus, something else. I also want to, yeah, it's the fuel income. That's the basic reason. You guys have no caches. You have the entire right side not controlling. Blame Blackstar for just giving up his side and focusing on the left, allowing the T-34s and whatnot to come in. Yeah, they haven't done that much, but that's the reason why you're losing. Like, think about him trying to do a decent concentrated assault on right. He would take that. So, holy God, Blackstar, you really screwed the pooch on this one. So anyway, the Germans lose the game. Yeah, B4 is at 74 kills, Katusha at 74, so we have a tie with the Katusha and B4 getting MVP for most kills in this game. So good, congratulations to Furs being the memer of this game, and Lazul actually having some decent tactics, though taking a heavy losses all around. They never, ever pushed right through an hour's worth of me talking. They didn't push fucking once to take over the right-hand side. Sure, you could, Lapis could have very easily mined this entire area up, and he did, so that would have been an issue if they did try to push with a lot of units, but just a simple minesweeper Blackstar has right now would have cleared that issue. There's honestly no reason why the Axis lost this. Dr. Watson did better, but once again, I feel like he sort of gave up toward the end. With the amount of manpower and the low population. Blackstar, I don't understand why you never pushed on right. You never even tried to capture this point, which is befuddling to me, because it's just giving the allies free resources. Why would you do that? Once again, I just don't understand. But in any case, yeah, that's this game in a nutshell. Let's look at damage. Player, I could see that getting most... Well, no, I'm sorry. Blackstar got most damage. Wait, why did Blackstar get most damage? I'm assuming the artillery pieces. Pack gun. Okay, so you had I didn't even know you had a really good pack gun, but goddamn, it must have been amazing. You did lose 6 of them, so okay. 102 kills with the artillery pieces combined. I'm only going 1 units for the kills, so B4 and the Katusha. Again, just 1 unit, pretty good. But yeah, that's a lot of damage, and most kills though goes to Dr. Watson. Yeah, Blackstar, you probably got more kills. Your artillery is pretty good. Fresh Meat, I love the guy. I love the people who complain and they get, like, the least amount and the most kills. Like, he was trying. He was honestly trying, but dear Lord, I always love that. Yeah, AI sucked. Marriott almost getting 6 digits in damage. Lapis close behind with both of them getting very close on kills, but Marriott, once again, just slightly more. And again, I would just chalk that up to the Fireflies, Churchills, and the heavy infantry just constantly going at the enemy. So good job on that part. Also, Soviets with a positive KD. There's something wrong there. But first, Mimi tactics did help, but as you can see, I mean, they're all really close on kills, but damage-wise, it just wasn't as effective. Lapis, how much... What was your best unit? Su-85. How much damage did the B4 do? Oh, only about, what, 11,000, I would say, kind of. No, okay, 10-5. That's not too bad. That's not too bad at all. In any case, yeah, for getting that many kills, though, good job on your part. And in fact, it never died as well. So, wait, actually, hold on. Yep, 1,600 efficiency. That's pretty effective. Although, it looks like I love that Jackson. The freaking Jackson he stole from the enemy. That's hilarious. Also, really good Su-85 as well, so good job on that. But, yeah, it's just... Yes, Furs was Mimi. Lapis did have a higher casualty ratio than I expected of him. But that being said, a lot of it was just constantly attacking you guys from behind and keeping those resources under his control. The fact there's a point right now, right here, controlled, that is not in your hands is really, really, really bad. The fact that Blackstar never put down any caches for his allies really... crippled them resource-wise. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that pretty much highlights this game. It's just like, it's just like, oh my god, 42,000 damage for those pack guns. And once again, Panzerwerfer would have killed 158 kills with Katusha. Again. Also, I'm actually a little bit sad we didn't get to see the giant T-34 charge, but whatever. So what can I say about this game to just keep things up and wrap it up in a nice bow? If you guys would have honestly kind of coordinated better and just focused on your strengths, I mean, to be fair, I'll give the 2 guys on the left, they held out for God knows how long. But Blackstar and Watson, You coming over to help them does help, but you just forgoing your entire side screwed the game, because what you did was essentially funneled the enemy to fight you in a smaller front, which meant the fact there were 3 players didn't matter, because you kind of congested everything, so it kind of just was like a blob fighting a blob. And the fact that the allies just had more output for damage in that tight space did help out a little bit more. You spreading out your men would have been better, because then you would have realized the enemy had fewer units, actually, you know, of fighting capacity, and you could have easily taken them out, because you just had numeral superiority. So, numerical superiority. But yeah, it's just simple stuff like that. But I've been at this for an hour and 20 minutes. I'm good to go. In any case, I want to thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you all next time. Hello everyone, and before you guys go, you can check out a previous video on the top left hand corner, a random video that may be recommended to you on the right hand side. Below is Patreon supporters that help support this very channel, including Ace, Sergeant McPain, Ollie, Joey, Nathan, Aaron, Leo, and Tim. Thank you all for your amazing support. You all rock. This has been Greyshot17, and I'll see you all next time.